Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Jay. We're going to be doing a beef short rib. It's a prime from Costco. I'm going to go ahead and start the marinade process. I'm going to be using a little bit of a different rub today. Here's our prime short rib, and if you've seen my previous videos, I've washed it, I cleaned it, and in this case I went ahead and I trimmed it using my Cutco boning knife. I trimmed some of the fat cap and the silver skin off. I want to leave this fat cap on because this is a thicker side of the meat. This is the thinner, so I want it to cook evenly. So I left this on. This should render out real good. I'm still going to be using my Kinder's barbecue rub. I do like this. Also be adding, I'm going to mix it a little bit, Black Magic Cajun blend. Got a nice aroma to it. This product is made by Spiceology, and you can get it on Amazon. Half a cup of apple cider. I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to mix it with some granulated garlic powder. Just going to mix it in there a little bit. Stir it up a little bit. Now I'm going to use my injector. Now I'm going to go ahead and inject my meat or my rib. Kind of pat it dry because obviously some of the apple juice is gonna squirm all over. And then what I'm gonna do with the remainder of the apple juice, dump it into my smoker tray, the steam tray. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more apple juice. And that's going to be going into the smoker. That'll help, it'll steam and keep the meat from drying out. Now that I got all that set, let's put all this stuff aside. Now let's start with our rub process. Like before with my smoked pork ribs, I'm just going to be using a mustard, more or less a glue, to keep the rub on. So I'm going to go ahead and add some mustard, and it will not taste like mustard. So don't think that you're going to taste the mustard if you put it on there. It's not. It's going to burn off, and it'll help also with the barking process when you get that nice bark to it. Just going to go ahead and smear it around. Like I said, this is just going to create the glue. And in this process, if you notice that only one hand is getting messy. I got a nice clean hand so I can use the rub. I'm using Kinder's Mild BBQ. You can buy this at Safeway. You can order it online from Kinder's. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix it a little bit using this Black Magic by Spiceology. There we go. Now we'll let this sit for a few minutes, let it marinate, let it soak in, probably at least a half hour. So we'll just let it sit here, and then we'll go ahead and put it on the rack. Our beef ribs have marinated for about 45 minutes to an hour, and now we're getting ready to throw it in the smoker. Smoker already preheated. And go on the bottom rack, and like before, I got my little drip tray. And then down there is the leftover apple juice. It'll keep the whole smoker hydrated and keep the meat from drying out. Now we just close it. So we set our smoker for about 220, 225 degrees. And we set our timer about 8 hours. And see what it looks like. Okay, it's been about 7.5 hours. I'm getting ready to pull the ribs out. Ooh. looks like they pulled pretty good. Now we're gonna pull them out and we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna let them rest for about 20-30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of sauce on it. This is a Kinder's barbecue hot sauce. Just gonna glaze it on there. Aluminum foil, cover it over, tuck it. What I should do is stick it in a cooler, but in this case, what I do, I just toss it in the microwave.
Okay, for tonight, pick a few of these.
Beautiful and edible.
Yeah, so we're gonna have those for dinner tonight. Cute, huh? Mm-hmm. Beautiful colors, huh?
Yeah, they're healthy.
Oh yeah, very healthy. So we're gonna have a good stuffed tomatoes there.
Good.
All right, so we are going to do the herb stuffed North Carolina tomatoes. I'll place the recipe down below. We don't have 4 large beefsteak tomatoes. We just got these for right now off of our beefsteak tomato plant, equivalent to 4, possibly around 3. We have 6 tablespoons of breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of fresh basil. It has 4 teaspoons of Gruyere cheese, but we don't have that. We're just going to use what we have, Parmesan and Romano blend, 4 cloves of garlic. Jay's going to add the garlic, fresh basil, 4 teaspoons cheese, 2, 3, and then 4, and then we're going to add our olive oil, 3 tablespoons. Jay's just going to eyeball it. A dash of salt and pepper. Salt, dash of pepper, and then now we're just going to mix it. And then once we mix this, then all we're going to do is just stuff the tomatoes and place them on foil. Alright, so Jay took these off the grill after about 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Don't worry about the cat, that's just Kitty. So they look pretty good. They're a little bit crispy on the top, just like they're supposed to be, soft, and they look delicious.
Just let the ribs rest, slice them up, and now you can take a look at how pink is. And they're thick. There's the next one. They look good, still kind of tender. You see how they come out when I bite into them. And then there's the last one.
Excellent.
Excellent.
It's got a nice chew to it. Spicy, got a nice kick to it.
Excellent. It's a sweet tomato.
Taste the garlic.
Basil.
Very rich.
It's like, look at these ribs. Dang!